Welcome to 27 Degrees, our angle on everything Google Cloud.
I'm Seth Moffat.
And I'm Aaron Brock. Join us on our journey as we venture the US from coast to coast while deploying Google Cloud on the go.
That's right. I am back home in the great, wonderful state of New Jersey, which if you're not from New Jersey, stop taking us for granted. I can't help noticing that I have no idea where you are. So please, share with the room, where are you, Seth?
Well, you said you have no idea where I'm at, and that makes two of us. I'm currently in Asheville, traveling my way east, hopefully to hit the ocean, and then at that point, when I can't go east anymore, I'm heading north.
So, my dear friend Seth, we have embarked on this journey together, and I have been taking some great photos. I don't know about you, but like anytime you get to one of those scenic little spots tucked away, nestled in the bosom of America, I've been able to capture those moments. And I've been thinking, we really should share these with the world somehow. I was kind of thinking I should maybe start putting together a website for this. How exactly do you think I should host the images for this website?
You know what, Aaron? That's actually a brilliant idea. And if you wouldn't mind me tagging along, I'd be more than happy to contribute some. I got a phenomenal test subject, my little dog Sadie, who's a Welsh Pembroke Corgi. So yeah, if we plan on having hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of photos, then you know what? I think I have just the right solution for you. Let's talk about Google Cloud Storage today.
There are a lot of different storage solutions, right? Like I could put it in Google Cloud Storage, but to be honest, I'm really kind of lazy. And there's another tool that my good friends Rowan and Troy might suggest, which is Google Drive. It's great. I can just kind of like upload my photos and keep them there. That seems like a reasonable solution to host these photos, don't you think? Or is there something I'm not considering here?
You know what? Google Drive is a very similar product to Google Cloud Storage. Candidly, they're actually built on very similar, if not exactly the same products from a networking, storage, and compute layer. Really, the biggest difference between the two, though, is one is more on the productivity side, and that's where Google Drive really shines. So think about your day-to-day working life, or our working life. I want to share notes with you. I want to be able to share these photos with you. It's a great solution for having integrated permissions that are integrated with Google Cloud Workspace, your identity provider, so that you have those permissions of read, write, view. All of those things can be built right there for you without having to even lift a finger. So it does have a lot of those really strong UI UX components of it. It is a great way to share photos with family and friends. And even at the end of the day, you actually can integrate from an API layer and pull those photos up for a website. But if we're looking to go more like an enterprise solution, and I think that's where really you and I tend to shine, we do want to look to Google Cloud Storage to be that blob repository. And really the big difference and why we want to look to those types of products for the things that we may want to be building is because of the sheer API rate limiting. So if we're looking at Drive, there's going to be some rate limits. It's designed to be a consumer-based product, or it's designed to be an enterprise-based product for productivity. It's not designed to pull out tens or hundreds of thousands of pictures and display them all over the internet for all to see. And so that right there, probably a little bit of limitation of what Google design in there. But at the end of the day, GCS is pretty inexpensive, gives us the redundancy we need. Also does make it a full product that we can support. Viewers out there, if you want to leave some comments as to your thoughts, would love to hear from you as well.
I want to double click on some of the things you said there, Seth. In particular, you mentioned that if we need to serve this up globally and have lots of people making lots of requests all the time, we should probably go to cloud storage because of the rate limiting. And as you and I both know, this website that we're putting together is going to be a massive success seen by billions of people. So we need to make sure it is designed to scale to the size of the world, okay? The reach of this is going to be phenomenal. And the other thing that you mentioned was in Google Drive that you can integrate with your authentication system so that you can give people read and write access. To be honest, when I'm building this website, I'm not really sure I'm ready to share these photos with the world yet. I feel like I just want only the two of us to be able to see it to start with. I should be able to do that with cloud storage too, right?
Actually, we can. And why don't we jump on into the console and show you how?
So, here we are on the Google Cloud Storage console. This is where you can create and manage Google Cloud Storage buckets. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to create 2 buckets, one for me and one for Seth, so we can store our photos in preparation for this great website launch that is going to be coming. So, what does it look like to create a storage bucket? Well, I'm going to come here and I'm going to call this Aaron's, if I spell my name properly, Aaron's Super Cool Pictures. Fantastic. I get to decide where I want this to be. Of course, I'm going to go with multi-regional because I want to make sure that this is globally redundant. Got to prepare for the future. But in actuality, if I wanted to save some money, I could make this regional. As far as the type, this is if I want to store it for a long time and don't want to read it, I can save some money here. In this case, I'm just going to go with the default. And then as far as access control, we're going to leave it as uniform. That's the recommended approach. And lastly, there's object versioning, if that's a thing that you need. In this case, I don't really care. We're just going to stick with the defaults. Fantastic. I have created my very own storage bucket. So I can upload these photos, my wonderful travel pictures. That was one of them. I actually want to upload. Can I not select all? I can. Look at that. And I have an object conflict because I tried to upload that one that I uploaded before. And I'm going to exclude it. Look at this. I have all of my photos here, and I can actually take a look at them if I'd like by looking right here. Wow, beautiful, so majestic, fantastic. But these are just my photos. I want to share this experience with my good friend Seth. So let me create a second bucket to store his photos in. I'm going to name this one Seth's Slightly Less Cool Photos. Follow the same defaults, keep it multi-regional, and the default storage class, and I'm leaving it as uniform, and there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. And I want to make sure that Seth can both see the photos that I have, and also I want him to be able to upload his own photos. So, in order to give him viewer access on all of the photos, rather than applying it on the particular bucket, I'm going to apply it project-wide. So over here, I'm in my IAM console. This is where I get to manage access to everything within this project. And I'm going to give him the storage object viewer permission. This is going to allow him to view objects in every single bucket on this project so that he can see all of the photos that I've uploaded. But he is a nefarious fellow, so I want to make sure he can't delete or edit my photos and only has edit access on the bucket that I designated for Seth. So to do that, instead of giving him edit permission on the entire project, I'm going to go into Seth's Slightly Less Cool Photos bucket and edit the permissions here on the individual bucket. So on the entire project, he has viewer, and on this particular bucket, I'm going to give him the storage object admin permission. So this is only going to apply to this one bucket, but it's going to give him all of the admin permissions so he can create and delete photos at will. Since, they're his photos, he should have some control over it. So with that set up, I can now share these object URLs with him, and then he'll be able to view my photos and upload his own. Off to you, Seth.
And thanks, Aaron, for giving me Slightly Less Cool Photos bucket here. You know what? From here, I'll just have to make up for it and just add just the coolest photos that I have in my disposal. So from there, let's go over here to Sadie 2022, my beautiful little corgi, and let's just start uploading these. So as you can see from here, I'll do as Aaron had done before, add all of those photos, and as my internet, as probably weird as it is and slow today, it's going to slowly update those photos here to my bucket. I have 5 photos now up in the cloud. And so from here, Aaron will actually be able to take these URLs and show them off on our super awesome, greatest website you've ever seen.com. And of course, within the same thing, I can click on these and even preview what these things look like. And what a cute corgi butt that is. Now, because he decided to call me slightly less cool, let's go ahead and add something cool to his, because I doubt any of these are actually going to be that fun. So for me, my favorite thing is Top Gun. So let's throw that in there for Aaron so he has something actually super cool within his bucket. Now, due to him knowing I'm a little bit of a tyrant, and I like to have fun. As you can see here, Google is not letting me have fun here today. So with that, Aaron was able to actually block my permissions, still allow me to see his, I guess, super cool pictures from his trip. But from there, I'm not actually able to upload anything because of those IAM permissions.
So, Seth, after we've done all of this, I'm kind of curious, what would be a good next step if I wanted to go and make this website and make sure that it's nice and redundant and blah blah, globally scalable? What should I be thinking about at this point?
Yeah, so something we didn't show the viewers with a little bit of YouTube magic here is that we actually created a thing called a project within Google Cloud before doing that demo. And so I think next time would be a good step for us to go ahead and take that step back and understand the Google Cloud organization, the resource hierarchy, projects, and then really get down and dirty with those IAM permissions, not just from a Google Cloud Storage permissioning, but all of the products that Google has to offer. And at that point, we'll start building for that dev stage and production environment that you have been absolutely dreaming for.
That is so great. I am so excited to put together a dev staging and prod environment just so I can make sure that you don't have any permissions in production, because honestly, I'm not sure I can trust you with those.
I can't trust myself either. So for your sanity and for mine, let's go ahead and do that.
Fantastic. Alrighty, friends, nobles, and countrymen. Well, you have something to look forward to next time. We're going to be diving into organizations, and I hope to see you there. But if you would like to make sure that you're there, please remember to do all of the YouTube things or whatever platform you happen to be seeing this on. If it's LinkedIn, give it a heart emoji instead of the thumbs up, just so we know that you really care and actually watch to the end. And I'm looking forward to seeing y'all next time. So long.
Thanks, everybody.